Not putting her to bed.
Okay, we are live on. Okay, what is William doing? Okay, we are live on Rockin' with Rahul and the Three Amigos. We got a special guest all the way. Can you introduce yourself to the listeners, Mr. Matt?
Yes. Good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Whitaker.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Charlie McGrother.
Hi, Charlie.
How you doing, Matt?
Good.
Can you introduce yourself to the listeners and what you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am employed by PennDOT. I'm currently the field operations manager with the Department of Transportation. I oversee the daily operations of all the driver license centers within the Commonwealth, and very busy job.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Say that one more time. You're in charge of all of the.
I oversee the daily operations of all the driver license centers within the throughout the Commonwealth. Yeah.
Okay. I got you now. Okay. I understand. So how's that? That must be incredible. Incredible. That can be. I'm sure that can be a real headache having to keep track with all of the different license centers that you have.
It's a very busy job, but I'm fortunate we have a lot of great employees, and I get to visit them a lot at the centers, throughout the week. They're hardworking employees. They do a lot to provide excellent customer service for the constituents of the Commonwealth, and I'm just proud of all of them. So they make my job easy. But I'm just there when all the the tough things happen, the accidents, the power outages, the facility issues, any questions we can help with, and try to keep things as productive as possible.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's an amazing job that you do. What are you a manager for all locations, right? For PennDOT.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
What kind of manager is that again?
I'm the field operations manager with PennDOT.
Yeah, field operations. What made you get to be the field operation manager for PennDOT? How did you start out?
I've worked in driver licensing for my whole career, which will be 25 years at the end of this year. I started as a clerk 2 in Harrisburg and just continued to progress upward. I was the division chief over the license control division for about a year and a half. And when I was asked to come over and oversee this daily operations about 9 years ago, I thought it was a great opportunity because I enjoyed always participating and helping the employees in the field. So it was a natural fit for me, and I really like it. I really like what I do. Like I said, I really don't feel like I work at all because the days go so quick, but it's a lot, but we have great employees, and that makes it a lot easier.
Yes, that would make everything that much easier if everybody does what they're supposed to do, and keep working on the drivers and the people who work for Penn, the men and women at PennDOT who work so hard to make sure so many different parts of our lives happen without a problem, without a hitch. I mean, if you're in charge of the field operations, and then that at any moment things could just it could get nasty, but it doesn't get that way because of the people you have working for you. I just went around the corner. I just went right around the corner and said exactly the same thing you did. I'm sorry about that, but yes. Now with Raul, with his job, now he is he's part he works for PennDOT, and uh well, no, I was going to ask you a question, but if you're the field operations if you're the field operations manager, then you have all of the people that work for PennDOT underneath you, and they have to be working hard to and working and doing the job well in order to keep things from from j- from allowing uh, little things to become more than little things. Um, did that make any sense? No, I don't think it did.
Yeah, it did. I understand what you're saying. Like, you got, we have the employees, they put out the small fires so they don't turn in the big ones. So then, their supervisors and district managers don't have to, worry about as much or handle as much stressful situations because the employees are trying to stay on top of everything and dotting the I's and crossing the T's whenever they can. So it's they're the ones that make the job easy. So we're all very fortunate. I have been able to visit almost all the centers throughout the Commonwealth, and since I've been in this job, and I meet a lot of the employees. And honestly, it's the best part of the job is getting to know the employees, getting to know the names, and getting to put faces with names because I speak to a lot of people on the phone and when they call for assistance or they send me emails. So when I get to go to the centers, I'm very fortunate to be able to put a face with the name and have regular conversations with people other than just work.
Oh, absolutely,
What's
absolutely.
what's what's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part of the job,
Yeah.
honestly, it's always been the same thing throughout my career. I just like helping people. I think we're all civil servants and we're all here to you know uh, make the public's life as easy as possible. Can we do that all the time? No, but we try. You know what I mean? And the employees go above and beyond constantly. So, but my favorite part of the job is if I go to centers, you can even see me. Sometimes I'm working as a greeter just to hand out some forms, push some numbers, and talk to the customers, answer questions when I'm in the centers. Um, that's the part I like.
Oh, absolutely. Meeting the people. Yes, putting the faces with the names and meeting people. That has to be, like you said, that has to be the most enjoyable part of the job. Meeting. I mean, you must have thousands upon thousands of people to work for you, don't you?
Well, underneath me, there's approximately 650 employees um, throughout the Commonwealth that work in the driver license centers. Plus, I have a unit that works out of central office that assists all the driver license centers employees with if they have any processing anything. I have a unit that I oversee there that uh, strictly helps the field with any problems they may have.
Okay. Go ahead, William.
I
Jump in there.
I like
Yeah. Did you go to one question, did you go to college for management?
I did go to college. It wasn't for management. I did take economics and marketing in college. So um, I'm not really benefiting from what I went to school for. But I think when you're in a leadership position, it's just important to understand people. And I mean, management is just managing people. Managing the people that wait on the people that are important, the customers. So if you can have a good relationship with your staff, with your direct reports, and your whole organization, it makes it a lot more enjoyable. So that's my version of the leadership part of it. Like going to school, yeah, it helped. It helped with the organization, stuff like that when I was younger. But being here with PennDOT now, I mean, the management part, I didn't learn that in school. I learned that on the job, and like being a leader to me is just like, it's how you treat people. you know, it's not about, being strict and telling people what to do. It's showing them that you'll saddle up next to them and help them when they're struggling too. So
Yeah, I've had that in life. Some people being strict with me, like in a workplace.
yep, it's not a pleasant situation when that occurs.
No.
It's not.
One of the viewers who's watching our show, he wants to know, what college did you attend?
I did. I went to. I graduated high school in 1984, and I went to Mansfield University.
Mansfield University.
What high school did you go to?
Pottsville High School. It's in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Okay. And what was it like when you first met Rahul?
Well, it was. I met him. I think I met him a couple of times, but the last time I met him, he just like, "Hey, you want to come on my podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure," And I think we were talking about sports, actually, weren't we, Rahul?
Yeah, we were talking about sports.
Yeah, because that's what I like to talk about the most. So, outside of work. But I think you were talking about the Phillies or something, and I'm like, yeah, we can talk about my Dodgers, But I think that was what was the part of our conversation I remember the most.
Yeah, we are big Phillies and Eagles and Sixers. We all support our Philly team.
And I support the Flyers as well as them, and the Wings in the end.
Well, you got them all covered.
Yeah.
What's your favorite football and baseball and basketball team?
Well, people say being from Pennsylvania, you gotta like Pennsylvania teams, but I'm not a Pennsylvania sports. Of course, I'm a Dodgers fan my whole life. I'm a Rams fan and a Celtic fan.
Wow.
I was a Celtics fan at one time too. Back when Larry Bird and Kevin McHale and Danny Ainge were playing for the Celtics.
Yep.
When that group retired, I haven't watched a professional basketball game since.
It's been that long for you, Charlie?
What's that?
It's been that long for you, Charlie?
Yes, it has. It's been that long, and it's like with anything else. You keep going back to where you started. Well, where I started was watching baseball
I'm
and
with you.
watching the Phillies. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm a baseball guy too. That's where I am.
Okay, because when you said Dodgers, the first thing I thought of was the Brooklyn Dodgers. You don't sound like you're from Brooklyn. You sound like you're from around these parts.
Yep. Northeast PA, the coal region, right? That's where I'm from.
Yeah. Oh, really? Where are you? Where are you from?
Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Okay. I scouted up there.
Yuengling beer, the brewery.
Oh, yes.
Right there. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking. I back when I coached football on the high school level, I did a lot of scouting up at Pottsville, Pottsgrove, not Pottstown, but I do remember the Pottstown Firebirds. I don't know do you remember them?
I remember the name. Yeah, I remember the name.
Back when a lot of the frontline professional football teams, like I would say back in the 60s, because I saw a thing in 1972 about Pottstown Firebirds. They were a minor league team of the Philadelphia Eagles, is what they were.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that coached them, he was from West Catholic. He coached there.
Okay.
So yeah. But I'm sure that that is all going by the wayside because things have become so expensive. Players have become so expensive. Are you all right, William?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
good.
okay, pal?
Yeah.
All right.
Who was your favorite Dodgers player while growing up?
Well, growing up, my favorite player was Dusty Baker.
Oh, well, yeah.
Who was your favorite Rams player growing up?
My favorite Rams player growing up. I go back a long time with the Rams too. I remember Lawrence McCutcheon when he was a running back there, and I can even remember John Hadle quarterbacking them back in the day in the
Yeah.
late 70s and early 80s. You know, I remember my childhood get ruined a lot by the Cowboys, like all of ours did back then. You know, I remember. So, yeah, that they're the ones that come to mind.
Yeah, John Hadle. He started out with the Chargers. He was at the
Yeah,
Chargers in the '60s, number
yep,
21. Yeah, I
yep.
remember John Hadle. He had
21
a,
quarterback, right?
he had
Yeah,
a hell yeah, he had a hell of an arm,
yep,
an incredible arm. Yes. Uh, yeah. I liked the Rams when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, Roman Gabriel was the quarterback. Jack Snow
right.
played wide receiver. They always had a really good defense.
Yep,
And Hacksaw Reynolds when he
yeah.
played for the Rams, yeah, he went to Southern Cal. Yeah,
Yeah.
My
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yes.
my co-host Charlie, he's a 49ers fan.
Well,
Well,
And
I am if Christian McCaffrey plays. He's the guy I like to watch to play. He can run. He can run the
what
ball.
a player.
Yeah,
yeah.
total player.
My
Matt,
favorite.
what was your favorite? So, who was your favorite Celtics player growing up?
My favorite Celtic player growing up was Kevin McHale.
He had
Oh,
arms. He could arms, 8 foot arms. I mean, he could drag his knuckles on the ground and without having to bend over. He was a
mm.
big. He had a lot of reach. He did. He was a hell of a forward.
were
Yeah,
were you ever a big Larry Bird fan?
of course. You know, being a Celtic fan, you have to be a Bird fan. You know, he was just a legend. You know, the things he did made you want to play the game that way. You know, and I think we forget how important it is to play basketball the right way. And I think back then the Celtics tried to play it the right way. Um, and that's what drew me more into in my because they were like I was probably in high school when they were really good. So
Yeah,
it really propelled me to try to be a better player, a team player more than just a one-on-one player.
yeah.
That's what they were
Before
all
him,
about
there
back.
was it was Bill Russell. Before him,
Well, Russell's way before my time, but I mean he was a hell of a player. Just
Russell
watch
retired
the
in
highlights.
'69. I'm sorry. Say that again, Matt.
I said Russell was a hell of a player. I see a lot of highlights of him, um, and he was a better man than I think he was a basketball player. So um, he did a lot for the city of Boston.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill Russell. I think the only thing that Bill Russell wasn't good at was doing the basketball games. He used to be on the sidelines, like him and whoever else he was with, doing the games, talking back and forth, talking to the players. But Bill Russell could go on forever without making a statement, and that was one of the problems he had doing basketball games on TV because people are listening to his voice while they're watching the game go on, and that was something. But hey, Bill Russell was a hell of a basketball player. He gave Will Chamberlain fits,
Yeah,
but I'm showing my age. I know, I am,
there's
My
but I
another
remember those
there's
guys.
another Celtics player I'm thinking of. Kevin Garrett,
Kevin
Kevin
Garnett.
Garnett.
Kevin
Yeah,
Garnett. Yeah, yeah, that's what.
yeah. He came over the Celtics around 2006 or seven in that area. Then they got the championship in '08. Yeah, Kevin Garnett, what a fierce competitor. I mean, he really changed the culture of Boston when he came there. I mean, they were dire straits. They weren't winning anything. You know, Pierce was there, but till they got Ray Allen and Garnett, they didn't really spark up. But
Yeah,
Wasn't wasn't Shaquille O'Neal in the Celtics too? Like he was.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I remember.
yeah,
Shaquille
he was
O'Neal
there
with the
for a little bit.
Celtics. When was that? I
Uh,
thought he was
in 2010. In
in
2010.
2010. He played for the Celtics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
at the real end of his career.
okay. I was going to say
Did,
because he was
did you
something.
did you get to go to the Dodgers and Celtics parade when they won the championship?
I never went to the parade though. I never went to the parade. I was fortunate to see the Dodgers like 5 or 6 times in LA um, throughout my life, and really, really a highlight. I was just out to see him a couple years ago. saw him a couple games of Friday and a Monday game, and it's like I just really like that place. Dodger Stadium's it's like heaven for me. Being as a diehard fan as I am, talking to you guys, they're on right now. I came down to my office downstairs. They're on upstairs right now because they're playing at Colorado. But if I'm not watching them, I'm listening to them. So I don't really miss a game when it comes to them. So it's I tell the people who work for me, check the scoreboard before you call me in the morning. If the Dodgers win, I'm going to be okay.
Right. If they're not, yeah, exactly. Do you know where the Brooklyn Dodgers? Do you know where the Dodgers got their name from?
The Trolley Dodgers.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You know how many people don't know that? Ask them where the Dodgers got their name from. I saw that on television. They were going back showing film footage of Brooklyn at the turn of the 20th century, and they showed the cars, the new cars, and the horse carriages, and the buses and the trolleys, I should say. Everybody going every which way they're going to go. And in order for the people to make it across the street, they had to dodge traffic back and forth in order to get on the other side. So when I heard that, that was the name. Wow. You know, the Brooklyn Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers. That made sense to me because before that, I had no idea where that happened, where that came from, the Dodgers. But I get off. I'm get off on a side tangent. Sorry about that, but yeah, the Phillies just won today, which always makes my heart pump.
Well, they won 3 in a row, right? So they at least 3 in a row. I know they swept the Mariners, so I saw that Schwarber hit another home run today. You know, so him and Ohtani going back and forth for league leading homers. So, it's got to be exciting. It's a very great time of the year in Philadelphia for Eagles. I mean, I was watching something on the NBC Sports when I was having dinner about the Eagles training camp. It looks like they're prime. They got some great young talent coming in on that defense again, and they look really like the team to beat again.
Yeah, I think in the MLB playoff, I think for the National League Championship game, I think it's gonna come down to Phillies and Dodgers, and in 2008, Phillies and Dodgers met, and Phillies beat the Dodgers, and I think in NFL for the NFC team is going to be probably Eagles and maybe Commanders again, or Detroit Lions versus Eagles in the NFC Championship.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, Detroit's a lot like Philly in that they have a very good defense. I mean, defenses win championships. Am I right, Matt?
You're right. You're right, sir. You're right.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to be at that Eagles Rams playoff game last year in the snow.
Oh man.
I'll tell you what though, being a Rams fan and being out there tailgating all day with them, the Eagle fans, honestly, they get a bad rap because they were busted on me. Don't get me wrong, but it was harmless fun. You know what I mean? Like it was,
right. They
were just like having a good time. Saying, hey, who dressed you? You know how they just toy with it,
Yeah.
But I mean, and I think I even posted something on X about that when I got back, and I said, even being a Rams fan, being at the game, being how bad the weather was, and how great the game was, and the Rams having a chance at the end, even the Eagle fans were so hospitable to me. I mean, I thought it was great. I like the banter back and forth, having some fun. I mean, it's a game. You know what I mean? A couple idiots can ruin it for everybody, but it's not like that for Philadelphia. I don't ever have that. Being an opposition fan at a lot of the sporting events I go to, because I go to a lot of them, they don't really. They have some fun with you, but they don't really. There's a couple idiots. There's a couple idiots, but most of them are just there to cheer for their team and rib you when they're rubbing it into you.
Yeah. Philly's always had a bad rap for they're no matter what sport it was, that their sports fans uh, weren't I was going to say that they weren't real nice. I mean, God, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember Santa Claus getting pelted with snowballs down at Franklin Field when the Eagles played down at Franklin Field. And
Wow.
do you know does anybody know the four places that the Eagles have played in?
Link, Veteran Stadium, I think.
Right.
Lincoln Financial Field. I forget the other two stadiums.
What did you say the two were?
I forget the other two stadium.
Did you say the Vet or Franklin
The
Field?
Vet and Lincoln Financial Field.
Okay, they
Did they
played
play
at
at
Franklin
JFK?
Field. No, the Eagles never really played at JFK. They may have played there um, a while back because JFK. I mean, they used to play the Army Navy game at JFK at one time.
Right. Hmm.
And I remember the first Eagles game that I went to was against the Giants in 1966, and they were playing in Franklin Field, the home of Penn, University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I can't. There's another. There's another. And it may have been. That JFK Stadium because I can't think of the
The,
fourth.
the fourth stadium the Eagle played at was Franklin Field, Veteran Stadium, Baker Bowl, and
Oh, the Baker
Lincoln
Ball.
Financial Field.
Oh, the Baker Ball was going way
And
back.
I can't. I don't remember. I don't even know. I never heard of that.
Baker Ball was at Broad and Lehigh.
there was two more stadiums: John F. Kennedy Stadium and uh, Connie Mack Stadium.
Yeah,
Connie Mack, Janet.
yeah. Shy Park. Yeah, Connie Mack Stadium. Okay, I can see them playing there for a couple of years.
Hey, Raul, did you ever went to the Veterans Stadium? I did.
And I only went to Lincoln Financial Field.
Okay.
But Matt,
And
let's get back to uh, PennDOT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, just to bring us back just a little bit. With PennDOT, and you have all these people. Would you say 650 people that work underneath you?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
I have a question. How does each group how do they connect with you? Is there a central line at each facility that connects to you so that they can talk to you if they need be?
Well, yeah. I mean, they can all reach out by email, but there's they have supervisors at each center, and then and then they have a district manager who oversees 4 driver license centers within that um, district. Then they have a regional manager for the east. There's a regional manager for the east, a regional manager for the central, and a regional manager for the western part of the state. So there's a chain of command that goes up to supervisor, district manager, regional manager, then it comes to me.
Okay. So there's a lot of cushion in there between you and the peoples.
Yeah,
I,
but I don't I like when I meet the new employees and when they come in for new employee training, I tell you, my phone, my door, my email, and my phone is always open to you guys. Just pick up the phone here if you have a question, in or about PennDOT business. Just pick up the phone, give me a call. So I try to be as available as possible for all of them. I work the same schedule as they do, Tuesday to Saturday. So you know. It's an enjoyable job with a lot of very hardworking people that get underappreciated sometimes by the public, which is
oh yeah.
it's a disgrace that they get underestimated sometimes of their hard work, because as Rahul can tell you, you know what I mean, it's busy at their center he works at every day, and they can ask him to go to another center, they can ask him to go to Norristown one day, or King of Prussia one day, and instead of you're in Malvern, right, bro?
No, I work from King of Prussia.
King of
King of
Prussia, but
Prussia.
you were at Malvern when I saw you, right?
Yeah, they asked me to
Yeah,
help over there. Yeah.
right. So they travel back and forth, and they log into a new computer, a couple times a week, and it's meeting a new team, and they don't get appreciated enough in my eyes. The public should really thank them for their service every day, because they do a great job. They really do. All the employees do a great job every day, every day.
And your people aren't wearing catcher's mitts, or I should say catcher's masks. So all the stuff that gets thrown at them during the day from the different people who know what the pieces of information they're supposed to bring with them to do certain things. And I guess they decide that if they find out they don't have what they need, instead of saying, "Okay, well, I'll be back," they want to try to uh, get the person who they're working with, trying to get them, just do it for me. Just I have it at home. I swear I have that at home, and I'll bring it back to you tomorrow. But can't I get that real ID today? Oh, that must really be difficult for the people with their real IDs, because everybody wants everything, and they want it now, or even better, yesterday, and
Yep.
it's difficult. I mean, that's what can make that is what can make your job difficult, when you have people that they don't want to follow along with the things that they're supposed to do, so that the people that work the work underneath you at all these various places, that they can be, feel like human beings at the end of the day, instead of feeling like they've had all kinds of stuff thrown at them all day, that they're ready to get out. You know, uh,
Yeah, yeah, you're so right. And but we do get some very nice compliments on our employees, and the way they help people, especially the seniors throughout the Commonwealth. They really appreciate the service and the accommodations we try to make for them, and that's all the people working at the desks at the centers and in the cities across the state. So, um, you know, Rahul will tell you, he deals with the daily. He's probably seeing 70, 80 customers a day at his window, and that's across the state,
Yeah,
every employee.
yeah. I started as a greeter in 2022 in Granite Run, and then after that, I I got a DLEA position in King of Prussia, and now I'm in King of Prussia. I live closer to home, closer to my family. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and
Oh, great.
I stay with my wife. So, uh, yeah,
And that's important. Like, I try to, you know, I ask the employees when I meet them for the first time, the newer ones, I said, what site you're working at, or what site you're going to be working at, and they tell me, like, is that close to your home? Um, and they say, well, no, but it's about an hour, or 20 minutes or whatever. But I said, well, you can always look closer to home. Try to get closer to home if you can, because that family time is the most important thing. You don't get to see your kids grow up fast. They, they're two, and then they're 22. You
yeah,
know,
yes.
so enjoy the time.
yeah, yeah. Before King of Prussia, I would be traveling like 1 hour every day to Granite Run. So yeah,
Yeah, it makes it for a better workforce too, if people are working. They don't have to travel so long to get to work, and they get there and they're appreciated. I'm sure they're appreciated by uh, their fellow Penn Dotters where they work. But yeah, traveling over an hour to get to work, that's a long day, because that's at least a 10-hour day, right? Because they work 8 hours at least, I
Right.
imagine. And then the overtime that they have to work, if they have to, dealing with uh, the real ID. I mean, that can be a nightmare some places, I'm sure. You know.
Right. And, yep, exactly. And we have people that across the state with that have been working. We have centers like King of Prussia has been one of them. Like, that's been working till 6:30, 7 o'clock every night, 5 days a week. I mean, that's unheard of, and it's how much we appreciate what the employees do. I can't say it enough. How much we appreciate all the hard work and dedication the employees show every day. And with Real ID, it's been a very busy season, I want to say, and hopefully it starts to reduce a little bit here moving forward. But yeah, we've had people that have been working since April and May, all 5 days a week till 12 hours a day sometimes, and it's long days. And if you have to travel after you leave the work, after you punch out at 6:30, you still have an hour to get home. I mean, you're not getting home till 7:30, 8 o'clock. You're eating, going to bed, and coming back to work. You know what I mean? That's not a life.
No, that's no life at all. No.
Right. Especially if you have children.
I mean,
I know there's not that many Real ID center, but will the state expand Real ID center in Pennsylvania? Are they planning to expand it in Pennsylvania, Real ID center?
I can't speak to that. I mean, I'm not aware of anything they're trying to do. I'm just, the ones we have are extremely busy right now. So we have 13 Real ID over-the-counter centers across the state that you can go in there, walk in, and get your Real ID in person. But you can opt into Real ID anywhere at any of our 80 centers across the state. But the one you can go walk in and walk out with it, where there's 13 of those. And they're convenient, but they're the ones that are extremely busy. So,
yeah, King of Prussia is always busy.
King of Prussia and Bridgeville out in Pittsburgh, extremely busy, to both of you.
Yeah.
Is Bridgeville a big area, or it's big city, I should say?
It's Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
It's in Pittsburgh. It's a huge center, has over 20 counters, but it's very, very busy. Very, very busy. They are averaging 750, 800 customers a day.
Wow. When we were in Harrisburg with you last year, didn't we see? I saw the PennDOT headquarters, right? I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Me and a couple of my friends saw the PennDOT headquarters when we were with Rahul last year.
Yeah, that's where my office is. My office is in Harrisburg. So before I took this job, and I'm on the road a lot, first 17 years of my career, I went back and forth from Pottsville to Harrisburg every day, hour and 15 each way. So, I know what the long days are. So it wears on you a little bit, but
oh, sure does. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really appreciate all the work that Rahul and the rest of the employees, especially at King of Prussia, do, because I know how hard they work, and it makes for long days.
Yes,
when I was in Harrisburg for training last year, the training really helped me a lot, and yeah, it helped me a lot to what I'm doing right now. So I love helping people, and I've been with customer service for like 15 years. I worked in giant food store starting in 2010, and I would be doing college, like part-time college at Montgomery Community College, and that's where I started doing broadcasting, like radio broadcasting. They had club for radio broadcasting and TV studios. I joined that, and I was working with at Giant, and then I graduated in 2021, and then I got the PennDOT job, and I've been with PennDOT for 3 years. So I love helping people and helping the community.
And you do a great job, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. A lot of that. A lot of appreciation from the people above you, and a lot of understanding from the people you're working with, that one customer at a time. But I'm sure that when they show up, when there's lines before they even start working.
Yeah. And Matt, that's where I first met Rahul and Monka, when I was going to school there part-time, and I also was working part-time at the Movie Tavern, if you know where that is.
I don't know where that is. No.
Movie Tavern is a movie theater.
Where is it? Where's the movie theater located, Will?
Collegeville. There's other locations too, like Exton and Allentown and y- yeah, and in Flowertown near Philly.
It kept you on your toes, huh?
Yeah, they did. And also I'm now working at I work at this place called IMS Training slash Clean Logic as a production associate. I work in a warehouse.
Say that again, Will, and slow down when you say it.
Yeah, I work at IMS Training slash Clean Logic as a production associate.
Oh, okay.
Do you like what you do, Will?
Yes. Well, yeah, I do. I enjoy what I do right now.
Okay.
What do you see yourself doing, Will?
I see myself I see myself doing very well.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
I see
Right.
myself doing the best I can, getting used to my new job.
Oh, okay.
Like you gotten used to PennDOT, Raul.
Yeah.
And I know I'm gonna get used to to working full time too. When I get there eventually where you are now, right, Raul?
Yeah.
Well, Rahul, don't stop recruiting. If he wants to come work for us, we can always use a smart guy like him. So bring
Yeah.
him with it. Bring him over to our side.
Yeah. I'll bring William to our side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'd rather stay where I'm staying at right now. I enjoy it.
I'm
Okay.
always
Well,
trying to recruit, Will.
he's just letting you know there may or may not be a spot for you there, Will. No, I'm kidding around with you,
I
Will.
like where I'm at.
Good, good. It's important to like what you do.
Yes, yeah. And it's a 5 day a week job where I work, Monday through Friday. Don't have to work on weekends.
That's good.
Yeah, but I know PennDOT, you have to work on weekends on a Saturday.
Yeah. Yep. That stymies a little bit of recruiting to try to get new employees. They don't like working those Saturdays.
Yeah. It can be difficult, but once you start getting in the groove working from Tuesday to Saturday, I mean, and just being 8-hour days, that's something that you can get accustomed to if that's something that happens on a regular basis. Uh, I think that well, I know that myself when I was working, when we worked a lot of overtime in various settings. I was a sprinkler fitter. Fire protection, you look up and you see those little firemen,
Yep.
like, yeah, that's what I did. All that big pipe up high in the air. And when you do that, you feel good about getting out of bed in the morning and going to work. When you're working with people you like, and that's difficult enough. But working a lot of overtime can really, I know for me, that just that got old real fast. And but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, your job's your job. I mean, you
Right.
you can get annoyed by it, by just constantly feeling like you get up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed. You get up, you need rinse, repeat, then rinse and repeat again. Just uh, that can be difficult. But to have a job that you like, that is something that, if you have a job you like, then you really don't work for a living. You just enjoy yourself for your living, more or less,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely. Words to live by right there.
Yeah. All the people who I work with right now, my supervisor, she's really nice and helpful, and all my coworkers, we work together as a team and help each other out. So I like working in King of Prussia, and I think I'll be here till I retire probably, which is 60, 65, maybe
Don't wish
70.
your life away, man.
Yeah.
Don't wish your life away, pal, because you know what?
It
60
goes
comes
quick.
around too fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really does.
Uh,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna be
yeah,
60 next year.
Matt,
Yes.
uh, who who do you report to every day in the morning?
I have a division chief that I report to. Um, we work hand in hand. Whatever he needs, I'm there to help him and keep as much work off his plate as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's good managerial uh, words to live by. Keep as much off of your boss's plate as possible. And if you can do that, then you're working and you're enjoying doing what you're doing. And at the same time, your boss can enjoy what he's doing without having to field 1,000 different uh, problems a day. I mean, you know, I'm sure that can happen, but with having people that you depend on and that go out and do a really good job for you, I'm sure that means a lot. I would say, Matt, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It does. And I have regional managers that they don't need they don't need me over all day. You know what I mean? They can make their own decisions. They have the freedom to do what they need to do to run their regions, and I'm just here for them if they need it. I trust them to make positive decisions and the right decisions for the workforce. And if they need me, I'm here. That's the way we
Mike,
work.
yeah, micromanaging can become hell for the people that are being managed, as well as for the person who's doing the micromanaging. So if you can work along with the people the people that you work that are above you, as well as being there for the people that are not below you, but the people that are working for you, I guess that's the best way I can have putting it. Then you can reach a nice steady a nice steady workflow during the day.
And
Yep.
I know I was looking at the Eagles schedule, and I know Eagles are playing LA Rams on September 21st. Will you be going to that game? And
I
will
will
you
be
be
there.
tailgating with all the
I
Rams fans?
I'll be tailgate with all the Eagle fans as a Ram fan. How about
Yeah.
that?
Be walking around, yeah, with the Ram shirt, with the Ram horns on his head, and
Yeah, that game,
No,
that
I
game
won't go
is
that far. I won't go that far.
that game
I
is
won't.
2 days after my birthday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
that must have been something. Will.
Yeah, I was planning on going to go to that game 2 days after my birthday, but I'm going to a friend's birthday party instead.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
That's right. You're there for
because
your
that's more
friends, right?
important. Yeah, because that's important.
Right. And they have a TV set too, I'm sure.
Hopefully they will.
There you go. You're
Um,
slick. You're slick, Will.
Yeah.
Well,
Matt, before we wrap things up, do you have any motivational quote for the viewers and across the world? Do you have any motivational quote?
I don't know about a motivational quote, but I mean, I will just tell people, trust your faith, whatever it is. Lean on that when the times get tough, when you get stressed out, and think that there's no way this bad day is ever going to end. You lean on what's reliable, and that's your faith. Um, that's number one for me. That's what I do. But positive. Always try to treat people positive and give them a positive experience whenever you meet them. That's the thing I would say. Like, you never know by saying hello to somebody how you can brighten somebody's day. You never know how you can just, you know, and it's just ask somebody a question. How are you doing? What do you need? Anything? You look a little down. You never know who can use a little pick me up. So always being there for everybody and trying to help as much as possible is like I said is what makes it a positive environment, not only a work environment, but a life environment.
Yes. Those are excellent words for people out there. For all of us, I should say, not just for the people out there, for all of us, because there comes a time when you have to be able to go to something that can lift you up. And, depending on the kind of day you're having or just, life in general, whatever, and having your faith to lift you up or lift them up, that means a lot, because that's something that they, you can you can have something to look up to, and life is not just work.
Right.
So it all kind of works its way together, but at the same time, it has to there has to be somebody or something out there that you can go to when when you're down, or you're not having a great day, or whatever. Like you said, it's uh, it's all about people's faith, you know. And and Raul and William, they're both uh, men of faith, so they know what we're talking about. They know
Yeah,
what
we try to have positive attitude every day, and plus, coming home from work after long days, I like my daughter smiles every day and laughs whenever she sees me. So I like seeing her smile and laugh every day when I come home. So yeah,
that can make it worthwhile.
yeah,
That can make it worthwhile.
Well, thank you guys.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. And
Um,
Rahul, if you guys want me to come on when the Dodgers are beating up on the Phillies in the playoffs, no, only kidding. If you want to
You
come
can,
on and talk about a little baseball when the playoffs come around or something, please feel free. I'll be glad to chat with you guys. You guys are so
listen,
pleasant. Very
yeah.
nice conversation, guys.
William, can you do the
thank
closing
you.
statement?
Sure
Thank you, Matt.
thing. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of Rock and Raw and the Three Amigos. Please be sure to click and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Have a good night. See you in 2 weeks, right, Raul?
Yeah,
Yeah, see you.
and happy Labor Day, guys.
Happy Labor Day weekend for next weekend.
Yes,
Catch you
absolutely.
guys in a couple weeks after Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
Have a blessed night, guys. Thank you.
thank you.
See
Yeah,
you
Thanks
guys
for
when I get back from vacation. I'll be
yeah,
on vacation next week.
and
Woohoo.
thanks for coming on, Matt. Thank you very much. We
See you
thank you
appreciate
for
guys,
that.
joining our show, Matt.
Raul,
Oh, you're
Charlie. See you
welcome.
guys in two
Thanks for
weeks.
inviting me. Thank you for
Yeah,
inviting me.
See you
Thank you,
guys in
guys.
Okay.
2 weeks. Charlie, see you in two
Yeah.
weeks.
See you in
Bye.
2 weeks, William.
See you.
All right.
See you on the first week of September. And you guys, on the next show, my friend AJ is going to be on the show next 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Then the